technology. Everybody can do it. And now we have more technology. The computers during their days, like, then we take this whole flea market, the power of the computer.
Right.
Now, you know, our phones are stronger than the computers they had in the 60s.
And we still can't go back.
Power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just out here giving away free information,
Flat Earth.
free DVDs.
I've heard people talk about that one too, man. There's a lot of... nobody's ever been out of space and looked at our planet for real. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
That's true.
They jobbing us.
I'm here to answer any questions you got, sir.
Yeah, I watched that video. How they measure receive a laser signal on the other end of the big wake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's impressive. They say we discovered abnormality on that wake. Earth is not as curved as everywhere else.
Yeah, once I find a flat spot on a sphere, it can no longer be a sphere.
And I just wonder who pays for this? Who buys those?
Who pays for all this stuff out here? I do, out my own pocket.
I don't think so.
I do. I pay for all
You see,
this.
it's so well orchestrated. You come in at your spare time to a flea market,
Mm-hmm.
and you see to produce this is real mass production. It's good quality.
Right.
poster.
I ordered it online, had it printed, and paid for it out my own pocket. I pay all the stuff you can buy online, and I pay for it out my own pocket. No one's out here paying for this stuff. Some of the stuff is donated by friends and other flat earthers.
You see, if Big Brother didn't want this, he would suppress you. He wouldn't let you do that.
Right, that's why all the videos online on YouTube, if you search them, you can't find them. It's being suppressed. That's why I'm handing out these free DVDs with these brochures where you can go to those.
Flat Earth is everywhere.
Not the real Flat Earth. They want you to go to websites like Flat Earth Society where they tell you things that aren't true. It's a government-run website. Like they tell you that the Flat Earthers believe that the Earth is rising at 8.5 meters per second, but no one believes that.
I go online, I always encounter Flat Earth.
Right, you encounter what they want you to see, not what we really believe. You can't look up the videos online and find this information. You're going to find disinformation.
But you bought poster that was already manufactured, right?
Right. There's other people like me, 4, 5, 6 of us around the world that go out and do stuff like this, you know, on a regular basis. And there's a website where you can order this and they'll print it for you. And they'll put, you know, that on there. They put this on there or that on there. But no, it's not mass produced. I wish it was. I wish there was somebody at every flea market, standing on every corner doing this, so the world could know the truth.
Yeah, it's amazing. I am almost 60 years old. I am still amazed at how terrible lies is around me. A teacher in school, I was very good at physics, the best one. And teacher loved me, and she said, when I was in 6th grade, there is no perpetuum mobile, no fuel engine. And I believed her. until recently, until I was 50 years old, I discovered the Ra Perpetuum Mobilis. 9/11, take 9/11. Do you believe what happened?
I haven't done much research into 9/11. Only this occupies all my time right here because I work 60, 70 hours a week, and then I come out here and do this in my free time. I don't have much time to look into stuff other than this, and it took me 3 months to realize the truth about this because I didn't want to believe it because we've been all indoctrinated since we were 5 years old, and they set a globe in front of us in kindergarten. It's one of the few things they'll teach in school with no evidence behind it whatsoever. And you just believe it because the teacher's in the position of authority, and you just believe what she says because you're young and you believe the people that are in position of authority.
Yeah. And I started getting upset when I discovered giants. There are thousands of evidence of giant existence, and no one taught it in school. And then I started researching.
You got to ask yourself why the bottom of every globe says not for educational use. If you pick it up and look on the bottom of a globe, you pick it up, look on the bottom, there's a sticker. Unless the sticker's been removed, it'll say not for educational use. Why is that?
Because that place is an asshole of the earth.
Hadn't heard that one yet, but that's a good one.
Yeah, one guy last time showed me some manual for pilots. It says we assume the earth is flat. I think it's all right. Some simplification. It is possible.
Have you seen these videos here on this wall? There's little short videos that explain the world we live in.
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that laser is hard to beat. It is possible it will deviate because of abnormality in the air, like hotter temperature. Like if you shoot long distance, the bullet has highest drop over the river.
Right, because it loses velocity, not because the Earth is curving. It's just losing velocity.
Yeah.
Right.
It loses velocity, but a different degree. Some cold and humid air has higher resistance, and bullet can deviate vertically. But a laser, it is vulnerable to air abnormalities too, but to much lesser degree. So I think it's very good evidence it is flat surface.
Well, there'll be some good evidence tonight when you look up in the sky, because tonight's a full moon, and on the globe model, the full moon and the sun cannot be in the sky at the same time. So if you look up tonight in the sky and you see a full moon and the sun around 5:30, that'll prove to you right there the Earth's not a globe.
And
I saw that moon this morning. It looked like it was closer to the Earth.
Yeah, because we're in perigee right now.
Because I came out my house, I'm like, wow. I said, that moon looks awfully close. I said, it was right.
Yeah, we're in the perigee of the moon phase in a waxing gibbous. So we were at about 95% last night. Tonight we'll be at almost 100% totality.
Because when I came out the house, I was facing, let's see, this way. It was back that way. So what's that? That's rise in the east and set in the west. That was the west. Yeah, I saw it from the west.
So look up tonight, and if you can see this about 5:30, you'll be able to see the sun and a full moon in the sky at the same time. That's impossible on the globe model.
and why it is not possible.
Something like that intrigues me.
So do you know what causes the shadows on the moon that we see in the globe model?
The Earth.
No, the Earth not causing the shadow. What it is half of the moon is always illuminated in the globe model, but because of the angle it is to the Earth, you can only see a certain percentage of it, right? So in order for you to see a full moon and the sun at the same time, they can't be, because they'd have to be 180 degrees apart from each other. A lot of people do think, what you think that the Earth is casting a shadow on the moon, and that's why you have a shadow on the moon. But actually, the entire moon face in the globe model is illuminated on one side, but you can only see a certain percentage of it because it's your angle of perception. That's what causes the phase of the moon.
Yeah, because recently I was on a cruise and I saw sun over there and moon over there. So they're very close together, and moon is only showing very tiny edge.
Right.
And yeah, I thought it is Earth shadow causes it, but then I realized that it's just sun illuminates moon.
Right. It should illuminate half of it or all of it in the sky if it's right next to it, correct? But tonight will be a good test. It's a clear skies today. We'll see what it is tonight.
So my question is, I just wonder, you people, your colleagues who came last time, my idea is you are manipulated, but you don't know how to say it. So world government grew a whole bunch of enthusiastic people like you, indoctrinated and use you. You even pay your own money.
I pay my own money. No one pays this other than me. Some friends of mine help donate some of the things, but no, I'm not some paid government agent out here trying to manipulate people. I'm not even trying to convince you of anything. I'm just giving you the tools to go out and do the research for yourself. If you walk away from this table believing that the Earth is flat and I convince you of that, then you're no better off than when you learn the Earth is a globe.
I don't eliminate that possibility. The Earth is flat. Many evidences and many unexplained phenomena shows it's not necessary.
You're right. It is many evidences that the Earth is not a globe, but there's not one evidence that the Earth is a globe. That's why there's a $200,000 prize out there for anyone that can prove the Earth is a globe, and it hasn't been claimed yet.
Yeah, but you see, who created that spherical Earth idea? Who was behind that?
Someone trying to make a name for themselves?
No, it takes
Copernicus?
more than that. Huh?
Copernicus?
Copernicus was just an advertiser, I would say.
Right.
But let's say it's false idea. Who was behind it?
So if we
Masons, right?
Right, if we believe that we live on a spinning ball in space, it's a finite space with finite resources. So we will continue to fight amongst ourselves for control of the land and resources. But if the Earth is flat, not a globe, and it extends out beyond Antarctica, and there's more land and more resources, we wouldn't have to fight amongst ourselves. We could go there and get more land, more resources.
Oh yeah.
I thought that starts right like it says. You see it very tiny.
Right, that's just a model, because I can't bring an infinite model and set on the table. That's just a small model. But do you believe that the universe is infinite? That's what science teaches us, that the Earth is, or the universe is ever expanding and infinite. Why can't the Earth be on a plane that's ever expanding and infinite as well?
Okay, so evil Masons or Jews were behind that idea of round Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens now? Why do they allow you to disseminate that knowledge?
I mean, what are they going to do? Lock me up for telling everyone the Earth is flat?
Just shoot you. Why don't they shoot you like those people who invented the engine working on water? In America, it was the whole bunch of them were shot.
Right. Well, maybe they want the truth to eventually get out, and they're just letting it get out a little bit at a time. They know they can't control it much longer because we're going to develop the technology where private citizens can go up to space, and we're going to see that you can't do it.
It is actually possible. They just cannot control it anymore. A lot of new knowledge coming out right now.
Right. The technology is outgrowing their lives, and they know it. So they're letting it be disseminated a little bit at a time. So then when the truth comes out, the public won't be completely shocked.
I don't think anyone cares about public.
We should care that everyone's lying to us, right? Do you like to be lied to?
Huh?
Do you like being lied to all the time by the government?
Of course not.
Well, exactly. So everyone feels that way of it deep down inside, right? So if they realize that the government's lying to them, things will change. How will they change? I don't know how the public will react to it. I know how I reacted. But I can't speak for the way other people react.
Half of the populations are women. They don't care at all. And they cannot comprehend much of philosophy or that complicated theories. Many men don't care. It's like, you know what they say, be afraid of mental health of the society. We don't tell the truth about the aliens. Who cares about mental state of the society? I don't think anyone does.
Not in general. But I'm just trying to wake up one person at a time, spread the truth of the world we live in. That's all I can do, man. I can't make people understand it. I can't make people believe it. But I can give you the tools to do the research for yourself. If you critically think and look at the evidence, you'll realize the Earth cannot possibly be a globe. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I can't go beyond Antarctica.
When did you first learn about that?
3.5 years ago, a buddy told me, "Hey man, have you heard about flat Earth?" And I said, "Yeah, that's ridiculous." And he started telling me a few things. He said, "Did you know there's no photos of Earth?" I said, "Sure it is. I've seen them on TV." He said, "Well, log on NASA.gov and look under the photos of Earth." So I did, just to humor him. And I saw it say artist rendition. It credits the artist that drew it. And it'll say not a photo. Things like that. And then I saw what they claim were photos of astronauts in space. And you'll see the globe behind them. And in the front of their helmet, you'll see a reflection of the globe. So how can the globe be in front of them, behind them? So I started seeing little clues like that. And then I looked at the photo they claim is real that was taken from the moon. There's no stars in it. If there's no atmosphere, there's nothing to block anything, really. It's like the stars are dim here when we look up from Earth. We have an atmosphere we have to look through. But if you're on the moon, there's no atmosphere there. So you should clearly see stars everywhere. And then in the background, they got the photo of the Earth that they claim is real. But the Earth is the same size in the moon sky as the moon is in our sky. But the Earth is 8 times larger. So in that photo, the Earth should have been 8 times larger in the sky, but it's not, because it's not real. And it's little things like that that gave me clues to start looking into it. And I didn't learn it overnight, I still don't know it all. But 3 months later, I said, man, Earth is not a globe.
Yeah, if the whole moon adventure was fake. And imagine, maybe 10 years ago, I was on some forums, and first I heard about that fake moon travel. And Russian people say, Soviet government confirmed it. It must be true. So the idea was antagonism between American government and Russian government. They were against each other. But if Russian government confirmed Americans were on the moon, and until recently, one Russian astronaut, his last name Leonov, he just kicked the bucket recently. And he was pushing that idea. He was telling Americans went to the moon every time. He was very popular media person.
Yep.
He was already old, and he died recently. And he happened to be president of large bank, making a lot of money. Imagine who would put him in this position if he didn't comply.
Exactly. So they all have something to lose. Because you know, everything works out real good for whistleblowers in the past, right? Can you name one whistleblower that it worked out well for? I sure can't.
Whistleblower.
A whistleblower, someone that tries to
Yeah, I
expose
know.
the truth. Can you name one whistleblower of some big conspiracy or cover-up that came forward and it worked out well for him?
I don't know. Yeah, if some information needs to be suppressed, it would be suppressed. It's very easy to do.
All right. Just like flat Earth, you know. There's only, how many people have been to space? 24? Claim total people have been to space? All you have to do is find 24 people that agree with you.
No, they all were Masons, and Masons have very strict discipline.
Right.
You say one word wrong,
All you have to do is find 24 people. But not all the astronauts say that the Earth is a globe. There was just an interview a couple months ago with a Polish astronaut, and he said, they asked him, is the Earth a globe? And he said, no, it's flat. But those are the interviews you don't see on TV.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of interviews. One guy said, everything I've seen it was flat, completely flat. I forgot, some Russian astronaut. Yeah, it's unbelievable amount of lies. So when I first heard about flat Earth, I wasn't very skeptical. I thought it is possible. If they lied about 9/11, about moon.
Do you have any questions at all about flat Earth that you need an answer to? I can help you while I'm here. Or you can take a flyer and look into it. There's 200 proofs on that website.
Yeah. Last story I gonna tell. I just went to a cruise to Bahamas with my wife. Very, very ugly experience. So I had nothing to do. Laid on the deck, on the aft of the ship, very back. And there is a rail right around the ship. And between the horizon and the rail, so that much distance.
Right? Yeah, I understand.
And I see the Earth is curved because on the sides distance is larger than on the. And I thought probably Earth is curved. And then in 15 minutes ship tilted a little bit.
There you go.
And then I see the completely opposite. The rail is still perfectly flat. And Earth is convex now.
Yep.
Not concave, but you see. And when I was young, my friend and me went to Crimea and we see the whole horizon. And it was slightly curved. And we argued, does this curvature reflect real curvature of the Earth? I said yes, he said no. And we couldn't agree.
Well, mainstream science says you can't see the curvature of Earth until you're up to at least, 150,000 feet? And maybe not even then.
So horizon,
horizontal, straight line.
yeah, probably it is. And what impressed me, maybe I told you that story last time. One Russian guy, Navy, not just Navy, submariner. And he was responsible for all those gyroscopes.
Right?
So if the submarine goes from Barents Sea to Atlantic Ocean to bomb American S,
Right.
it goes quite a distance, at least towards at least 90 degrees, right?
Right, because the Earth curves at 8 inches per mile
Yeah.
squared.
And he said, we never adjusted, I've never seen or heard a notion about adjusting those gyroscopes. They were positioned like this, and when we came to Atlantic Ocean shore, it was still in the same position. And those gyroscopes, they are very sophisticated devices. Some of them spins in a magnetic field.
Yep.
They are totally suspended. they gain the speed by magnetic field, spinning magnetic field, gain the speed, and then in a vacuum and magnetic field, no energy, no more energy applied. They let as they are, and they can spin forever. And I trusted him. And then he described it when he came to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, being a tourist, not a submariner, and he saw some constellation he is not supposed to see, at least at that time.
Yes. There's a lot of evidence out there and a lot of stories. It's just time for us to get together and everyone tell their stories together, and we'll realize Earth is not a globe.
Interesting. That fact itself is interesting, if it's really flat. And interesting that phenomenon you are here and no one shot you.
Well, if they get me, they're going to have to stop the other 8 or 12 people that are coming today as well.
Very easy. So,
Well, that'll be a story that gets out, right? They'll say, why were those people shot? What were they out there doing?
people are shot, and then what?
If they come out here and shoot us all that are out here doing this, people are going to start wondering, why are they doing it, right?
They can poison you, you can get into an accident or whatever. If they want, it's okay.
Yep.
The Earth is flat.
Earth is flat.